Instructor Valthor had used the Croatian razorback in his survival training courses for 15 years. The creature was perfect for teaching cadets respect for dangerous fauna, 3 meters of scaled muscle, venomous quills, and a temperament that made most species reconsider their career choices in xenobiology. Today's class included the first human to ever attend the Galactic Military Academy. Cadet Jake Morrison sat in the front row of the outdoor amphitheater, notepad ready, looking remarkably unconcerned as Valthor's assistants wheeled in the reinforced containment unit. Around him, cadets from 7 different species had already edged backward, their various physiological fear responses on full display. "Cadets," Valthor announced, his mandibles clicking with authority, "today you will learn proper protocols when encountering hostile megafauna on uncharted worlds. The Croatian razorback is one of the most dangerous predators in known space." He pressed the release mechanism. The cage door hissed open. The razorback emerged slowly, its 6 eyes scanning the assembled students. A low rumble emanated from its throat, a sound that translated universally as, "threat detected." Its quills rose, catching the light like obsidian daggers. Several cadets whimpered. One Felixian fainted outright. Then the creature's gaze locked onto Jake. Valthor tensed, ready to activate the neural inhibitor if the beast charged. This was always the critical moment, the instant when predator met prey and instincts overrode training. Jake looked up from his notes, noticed the razorback staring at him, and smiled. "Hey buddy," the human said softly. What happened next would be discussed in xenobiology departments for decades. The razorback's quills lowered. Its aggressive rumble shifted to something that sounded almost like purring. The massive predator padded across the amphitheater, ignored every other cadet, and approached Jake with the casual confidence of a creature that had found exactly what it was looking for. "Cadet Morrison, remain absolutely still," Valthor commanded, his hand hovering over the emergency protocols. Jake didn't move. The razorback reached him, lowered its enormous head, and pressed it against Jake's chest. The human, showing either incredible courage or astronomical stupidity, raised one hand and scratched behind the creature's auditory ridge. The razorback's eyes closed in apparent bliss. Instructor?" Jake called out. "I think he likes me." That's impossible," Valthor stammered. "Razorbacks are solitary apex predators. They don't form social bonds. They don't even tolerate their own species outside mating season." As if to prove the instructor wrong, the razorback circled twice and settled down next to Jake's seat, its bulk taking up 3 cadet spaces. It rested its head on its front claws and released a contented sigh that ruffled Jake's uniform. "Should I continue taking notes?" Jake asked, now trapped between his seat and several hundred kilograms of supposedly deadly predator. Valthor stared at his lesson plan, then at the scene before him, then back at his lesson plan. 15 years of carefully structured curriculum had just been demolished by a human's apparently supernatural ability to befriend things that should be eating him. "Class dismissed," he muttered. The other cadets fled gratefully. Jake remained seated, mostly because moving would have required disturbing the sleeping razorback. He pulled out his datapad and continued reviewing the assigned reading on hostile fauna protocols, occasionally reaching down to scratch the creature's scales. By the time Valthor returned with the xenobiology department head and 3 security officers, the razorback was snoring, its venomous quills completely retracted. Jake had finished his homework and started on next week's assignments. "Explain this," department head Zrilnax demanded, her vocal sac inflating with incredulity. Jake shrugged carefully, trying not to wake his new companion. "Back home, we have a saying, everything wants to be petted, some things just don't know it yet. That's the most dangerous predator in our facility," Zrilnax protested. "Yeah, but look at him," Jake gestured at the peacefully sleeping creature. "He's just a big guy who needed some attention. Probably lonely in that cage all day." Valthor pulled up Jake's application file and scrolled to the section marked, Home World Environment. The classification read, Class 12 Death World, extreme caution advised. Suddenly, everything made sense. On a planet where humans evolved alongside creatures that made the razorback look tame, of course they developed an instinct for reading and calming predators. It wasn't bravery or stupidity, it was survival adaptation. Cadet Morrison, Valthor said finally, how would you like a work-study position in the xenobiology department? Jake brightened. Really? That'd be awesome. The razorback's tail wagged, thumping against the ground with enough force to crack the pavement. Valthor made a mental note to revise the entire survival training curriculum. Apparently, when it came to dangerous fauna, humans didn't need protocols. They needed belly rubs and ear scratches.